Hello? Okay. Now it's on. Good evening. Before we get started, if you could please rise, take off your caps. I'd like to introduce Avery Bluenstein, who will be singing the national anthem. Avery is a graduate this year from Oxford High School. Yep.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars rule the perilous fight? Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets cracked and the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the hope of the brave?
Thank you, Avery. That was beautiful. At this time, I'd like to take a moment of silence to express gratitude for what we have and to reflect and honor on those who could not be with us this evening. In silence, we find a connection, a chance to strengthen our determination to act with kindness and compassion in all we do. It's in this quiet that we can truly appreciate the impact of our thoughts and actions on the world around us. Let us take this time to reflect and renew our commitment to building a loving and supportive space for all we encounter. Family, friends, students, and colleagues, welcome to the graduating ceremony for Oxford Bridges High School class of 2025. For those of you who may not know me, I'm Miss V, or my lesser-known name, Mrs. Van Loozen. I cannot tell you how happy I am to be before you today. Being the principal of this high school has been such an amazing privilege for me. Don't get me wrong, it's not always easy, but graduation is what makes it worth it. I am truly blessed to have this job. At this time, I'd like to take an opportunity to thank some important people. Board members, I'm hoping over the next year we can get to know one another, have you visit at our school, and truly understand and appreciate our small community. In the meantime, I want to thank each of you for your caring for our students and our schools and our staff. I truly appreciate everything you do for Oxford schools, our district, our community, and most importantly, our students. Dr. Milligan, welcome. I'm sure this first year has been a challenge, not in a bad way. Challenging ourselves to new things provides opportunity for growth and development, to push us past our comfort zone, to foster resilience, creativity, and critical thinking. There are so many facets to your position. I truly appreciate your dedication to our community and our district. Central office staff, I want to thank you for allowing me the flexibility and opportunity to develop this school in a way that benefits all students who attend. Without your support, your guidance, and willingness to be open to innovative ideas, we would not be as successful as we are. I may be a little partial, But I think our high school is a remarkable place where students have opportunities not only to become more academically proficient, but to learn skills and strategies that will help them for a lifetime. Last, but certainly never least, I'd like to thank the amazing staff I work with every day. I'm so lucky to have them. They're the one constant that makes this school what it is. They're truly focused, open-minded, flexible, and awesomely caring people. They are committed to the development of a school that not only provides a rigorous learning environment, but one that provides a culture where students know they're cared for and they will receive what they need to be successful. They spend many hours trying to develop their curriculum. Excuse me, I need to take a deep breath. And ways to meet students where they are and bring them forward to where they need to be, and for that I'm grateful. Kathy Alexander, Nick Cost, Kathy Dedeker, Ryan Edwards, Mark Patterson, and Nikki Flores, if you would please stand. I want you to know you are loved, you are appreciated, and we could not be successful without you. To say thank you is not nearly enough. You are patient, kind, and thoughtful. You are on stage every day trying to make your curriculum engaging, applicable, and meaningful. Your students understand that. And while some days you might not see their appreciation, at the end of the day, you know it's there. Parents, friends, students, please give these staff a round of applause that they deserve. At this time, I'd like to introduce our guest speaker. I met Pete Hudson several years ago. He's a great friend of Mr. Edwards. He has spoken for us at graduation in the past and has also presented to the entire student body. Pete is a firefighter for the Detroit Fire Department. To me, this means he doesn't just give back to this community, he is a hero who helps and saves others. We chose him to speak today not only because he is an amazing man, but he has also had experiences in his life that have caused trauma, chaos, and emotional distress. Yet he has shown that he can persevere, rise above, and become the man he knew he was. He is an example to all of us of what it means to take control of our own lives. Pete?
You good? I'll just talk loud. You gotta get my notes ready, sorry. Just so y'all know, I ain't no guest speaker like that, so if I mess up or something like that, just saying what I do. You know, I save people, that's what I do. So I just want to start off by saying thanks to the principal and the staff for allowing me to come up here and share hopefully some encouragement and some inspiring things to these new adults that are coming out to the world that will, from this point on, you'll be changed lives. And I just want to let you guys know that I know the principal, Ms. V, she shared on, I'm friends with Ryan. I've been friends with Ryan for a long time, and I owe him a lot of thanks because I've known him, he's known me ever since I've been on Detroit. I've been a fireman for a long time, and he's encouraged me in a lot of different ways and helped me in a lot of different struggles in my life, and I owe him thanks, so I appreciate you, dude. And then last, thanking you guys. I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to come, and hopefully you can take some words from what I do and what I've done through my life and put it into your life. So I'll start off with, I sat at home and I thought about what I was going to talk about with you guys, and sat at work and thought about it, talked to some people about it, and the best thing I can tell you is I share my life. I went through a lot of struggles in my life, from childhood to being where I'm at today. I wasn't no silver spoon kid, so I was down in the trenches. I grew up in Sterling Heights. I was born at home, and my dad left my house at like 7 years old, so I was just raised by my mom and my 3 sisters, and so we went through a lot of struggles with being a single mom, and then When I was 8, I moved into a shelter, and I lived in a homeless shelter with my mom and my 3 sisters, or my 2 sisters. My other sister moved away. And we lived there from like 8 to 11 years old. When I was in the shelter, the bus would pick us up at the shelter. So as a young kid, think about how you go to school and you get teased because you're on the short bus, because that's the short bus that only picks up those people. So that was an obstacle I had to go through, and struggles with my mom, and just something I had to build character in my life that now I appreciate that I had to go through, because I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't go through that. And then when I was 11, I moved to Warren, and I lived there for like 5.5, 6 years. And I moved out when I wanted to be a basketball player, so I lived basketball. I slept with the basketball on my bed. It was just, I just breathed it. It was just me. And so that wasn't in my cards for my life, which is okay. And so at like 16 and a half, I moved out of my mom's house, and I lived in my car for a year. And crazy as it is, I was homeschooled, so I was able to still do school but teach myself, which is cool, but it's not cool because you don't have the teachers to teach you the things that as a kid you don't know, and yet you read and you're not going to learn the best. So you have to ask people and stuff like that. So it was pure drive that I could easily just cop out of it and not graduate, but then I'd have a huge struggle in my life, and I ain't that kind of person. So I like struggles. Struggles builds me. It makes me who I am. So I continued to school, and after living in my car for a year, I went to go live with my cousin, and he was a fireman. So I finished high school in his house, homeschooling, and when at nighttime, I would see him leave out in the middle of the night and go to fire runs. And I was like, that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to do that. I'm about to give my life to do that. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm about to do that. And so I found out he was doing fireman stuff, so I got involved in this program. It was Explore. It's kind of like Boy Scouts, but it's for firefighters, kids who want to be firefighters, and it'll give you the opportunity to learn what it's like to do the job. And so I did that, and then I graduated. And I remember when I graduated at a church, and it was a whole bunch of homeschool kids, and it was a whole bunch of people and stuff. It wasn't like 2 kids homeschool, like walking across the stage, you know. But it was, but I remember they had my mom come up, and my mom would present the diploma, because I'm my principal. And then they offered a slideshow behind, so then the slideshow would show pictures of like different things my mom wanted to add into it. But when my mom stood on the stage and she talked about how that I wanted to be a basketball player, but that really wasn't in my cards, because when I moved out, basketball, being in college, is a job. So you can't have a job, because that is your job. So I had to work and hustle at 16 and a half, so couldn't do that. So I changed my direction in being a fireman. The reason why is I wanted to help young adults. I wanted to help kids, because kids look up to basketball players, and they look up to firefighters and look up to different authority figures that hold power, that can inspire young adults to be like, man, I want to do that, you know? And my cousin wasn't, no, but he was just a fireman. You know, he was a volunteer. So that's what I thought it was. So my mom stood up there, and she talked about how I wanted to give my life to people, and I wanted to sacrifice. I wanted to be a fireman. And so then, so when I was 18, I got involved in that program. So when I was 19, I became a fireman. I successfully became a fireman at 19 years old. And I was a fireman in the city of Troy for like 3 years. Thought I was sweet as hell, I promise you. I was a kid, I was living the game, dude. I was a fireman, I did it, you know? And I had a lot of struggles, you know? I didn't have no father figure to teach me how to be a man. I looked at, you know, different other male figures, and then my cousin, I was watching him. And so then after like 3 years, I decided I wanted to get down, I wanted to fight fire. So I applied in the city of Highland Park. So I worked in Highland Park for 15 years. And in that 15 years, I had some crazy stuff happen to me. Hold on, I'm gonna lose my notes. I told my wife I'd stay on my notes. She told me, don't repeat yourself. So when I was 22 is when I got my job in Highland Park. So I was a young cat. I was super young, 22 years old. living the dream. And in 2008 was when I thought I was at my peak. And I saved a family of 7 people, like a mom and 6 kids from a house fire. They were trapped, firebombed. They were trying to kill the family, so pulled up. We only fought fire with like 4 guys. So we just time to go to work. People were trapped. We went to work. I saved people. I got life safety awards for it. You know, big whoop. Just doing a job. And then a year later, on the same date in 2009, I almost lost my life in a house fire. And we pulled up, and it was 3 houses going. When I say going, it was on fire. Fireman talk, sorry. And the middle one was fully involved in flames. The one on the side had a wheelchair ramp, so I'm like, I'm gonna go in there and I gotta save this person, you know? I'm OG. I did it last year, I can do it this year, you know? And so I go in, there's nobody in there. So I came back out, got that fire hose, went back in there, I was gonna fight the fire. It flashed on me. And what a flashover is it's when the house reaches 1,500 degrees. So a fire usually burns at like 3 to 5. And so when it reaches 15, the smoke in the building will ignite into flame because it reaches this flashing point. And that's including my fire gear. So I got caught on fire. So I walked around the house and I tried to find my way out. And I didn't find my way out. I went back into the kitchen. I was burning alive, yelling for my boys, you know, thinking my boys were gonna kick in the door and be like, I got you, dog, you know, come get me. And nobody came. So I went back into the living room and I gave up. I tripped and I fell on the floor and I was like, this is it, dude. So I asked God to help me. So the next thing I knew, I'm hanging out the window. As soon as I asked God, Lord, please help me, Lord, please. Shows me the window. Don't even remember how I got from there to there, but he did it for me. Went to the hospital. I had 3rd-degree burns on my body. I burnt 65% of my body. For both my arm, my back, my ears burnt off, top of my head was burnt, face was burnt, my neck was burnt. I burnt my calves off, my knees were burnt off. So I was really messed up. And when I got to the hospital, I realized what my purpose in life was. See, I thought my purpose was to become a fireman. And it was. But my purpose was to help people. And I thought I was helping people, but I was helping myself before I was helping people because I was caught up thinking I was the shit. And I wasn't. I was just a normal person that needed some direction because I was a young adult. So went to the hospital, and I spent like 5 months in there. I had 2 skin grafts. I was in a hospital. The hospital caught on fire before receiving did. It's crazy. It's like, I'm in there. So I save people out of the hospital. I save people on my floor, and I pull them down to rescue them and put out the fire before the fire department came. And I wasn't on Detroit then. I was in Highland Park, so they didn't know me. But after that, I realized that my purpose was to change my life and to really focus on how I can inspire and help others, not just be sweet. As young adults, because I was young, I was like 28. Young adults, we think that we just got to go around thinking we're sweet. But realistically, you're sweet if you help someone. You're sweet if you find your passion and you drive towards it, because if you drive towards it, people will follow you. They don't care about the direction they're going. They just want to follow you because you're a leader, and so be a leader in life. And that's what I learned when I got burned, is I need to be a leader. I need to be led. By being led is you can be a leader, but be led, and I was led by Christ. I don't go to the school, so I'm going to talk about Jesus. I'm sorry if it offends anybody. So I started feeding homeless people, started going to church all the time. I just changed my life, and I realized what my purpose was. I thought my purpose when I graduated was just to be a fireman, but I didn't realize firemen were bigger than just being a fireman. I don't tell you to be a fireman, I tell you my life, because I've had a lot of obstacles. When I became a fireman, back when I was 19 years old, I failed the fireman test 3 times. 3 different times. I went there, failed. Like, damn, dude, I love this stuff. And I studied my butt off, fail again. I'm like, dang, dude, Yeah, I have ADD. I don't care about that. I squash that. I stand on that. I don't care about that. Okay, nothing gonna hold me down. So I take it again, failed it. They were like, hey man, if you fail it again, you have to take the whole class again. So I ended up studying my tail off and I passed it. I don't care what I passed by, I just passed it. And I tell you that because all the things, I almost died and I couldn't have my passion. You know, at the beginning I couldn't even almost have my passion, and my passion was to die for being a fireman, you know? And I didn't realize that when I was young, that the things that I would go through, but my childhood helped me be able to go through my adulthood. So if you guys struggle in your childhood, trust me, use that as your stepping stones to be great in life. And how to be great in life is to take care of people. It doesn't matter how you take care of them. You can be a waiter. You're serving, dude. Be nice to people. So I only have a little bit more, sorry. So I started in 2017. I started working in the city of Detroit. I've had a lot of experiences in the city of Detroit. I've been there for 9 years. I've been a fireman for 25 years. And yeah, I carry a lot of medals. And medals ain't what I care about. You know, it's people that I couldn't get to. You know, but just know that even though I have 25 years and you think that that's a long time, I still got a lot more time to serve people. And hopefully I'll be up here talking to y'all again, you know what I'm saying? Because I looked it up before I came here. And in 2000 and in 2001, I came up here and talked to young adults. And then I come back in 2025, so obviously I'm doing something. So take what I'm telling you. There's just find your purpose in your life and strive towards it. And when people put you down and you run into a problem, because you're gonna run into problems. When you run into problems, what do you do with your problems? You just say, well, me? Or do you take your problem and you move past it and you keep moving forward from it? You know? Because that's what I did in my life, and look where I'm at, you know? So all I can say is you gotta keep your head up. I wrote little side notes here of encouragement I can encourage you guys with. And when you make the mistakes, learn from them. Just know you're gonna go through hard times. And when the hard times come, don't give up on it. Just try it again. I failed 3 times, bro. Come on, you know, I could have gave up, but I kept trying, because that was I had to do it. I just had to do it, dude. You know? And always help others. If you always help others, understand, if you help others, you will succeed in life no matter what you do. If you help others, you will succeed. You will never fail, I promise you, if you help others. Doesn't matter if you're rewarded or not rewarded. And just know and live your life on this, and I promise you'll prosper. It's not about what you guys went through in your life. It's about helping others so they don't have to go through what you went through. Just know that whenever you guys go throughout your life, whatever you do, if you came from a struggled childhood, you teach others so they don't have to go through that. That is your duty, because other kids haven't gone through problems, so they can't share that. It's your duty to share that with others. It's my duty because I had a hard childhood. So just know it's your duty. And always remember, and I learned this after I got burned, was to always put God first in my life. You don't have to be a Christian, you don't have to be any religion. But I'm telling you right now, if you put God first, you'll always come out on top. So I hope you guys can take some from what I had to share with you. And you guys are awesome. You guys did it. So just remember this day for the rest of your life. This is a day you'll never forget. I promise you. Thanks.
Thanks, Pete. Student speakers, it's that time. If you could please join us on stage. I'd like to introduce Ashante Alexander. One thing that I truly love about Ashante is that even though she may be angry or upset, she's able to handle herself like a young lady. This is definitely an essential skill. It's not easy, but it's one that will help her be successful in her future.
Hello, everybody. A little nervous, so good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ashante Alexander, and I first came to Bridges because my grades weren't the best at the high school, and I barely made it here as it is. I was very close to not passing. I wouldn't be here if I didn't make the change to Bridges. It's really fast-paced and a lot of work at the high school. Moving to Bridges, where it's more one-on-one, is a lot easier and the stress kind of just goes away. When I first came to Bridges, the first person I met, who is still my best friend till this day, Sarah Plummer, one of my favorite memories I have with Sarah is when she did my lashes in the middle of class, in the middle of the day, anytime I needed. She's the reason I have them on now. And anytime I needed any extra ones, she would always give them to me. Now, I want to thank all of my teachers at Bridges, including Ms. V, but I want to thank Ms. Flores most of all. If Flores wasn't there for me, I wouldn't have made it. She pushed me through everything. She's kind of like my mom at school, but she's also like one of my best friends, and I don't know what I would have done without her. When I moved to Bridges, I started going to school at OTEC for culinary arts, and I found my love for cooking, and I started cooking a lot more at home for my family. I applied at OCC, and now I'm doing a free 2-year program in the fall. That's obviously one of the biggest things that I've learned about myself, is that I love to cook. To be honest, before I came to Bridges, I thought that it was going to be chaotic, and it turned out to be way better than I expected, and it helped way more than I thought it would. Honestly, after graduation, I want to go to college and find a job and get an apartment, but I just got to do it all step by step. OBHS changed my life for the better, and I wouldn't be here talking to all of you if it wasn't for the change that I made. OTEC and OCC are also going to help me better in my future. I just want to say one last thing, or a few thanks to a few more people. I want to thank my father, who cannot be here today because he passed on, but I want to thank him because he was my entire motivation. The last thing my dad asked me to do was to graduate. That's all he wanted from me. My dad wanted me to graduate and walk across the stage, and here I am on the big stage doing it for him. I also want to thank my mom for helping me every step of the way. I love my mom so much, and I don't know what I would have done without her. And I also lastly want to thank my boyfriend Aiden for standing by my side all year supporting me. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yuli Hong is our second speaker this evening. Yuli's special power is her ability to be honest. She is not afraid to speak up. This skill is so important, many people, especially women, allow themselves to be diminished because they do not stand up for themselves.
Hey! That's my star, okay? Okay. Anyways. Good evening, friends and families. My name is Yuli, and I am a student at Oxford Bridges High School. My first year of time at Bridges was my second semester of junior year, and I originally came from Oxford High School, where I was failing some classes and not showing up. I would say my time spent here at Bridges was a good experience, and I do want to thank Mrs. Flores, Mr. Eds, and V for making me feel comfortable in the beginning and showing me that I can still graduate on time with better motivation and support. When I moved to Bridges, I feel like I focused and cared about school more. I think it is because I enjoyed it more than Oxford High School. It was kind of like I got some part of my motivation back to come to school and more and actually finish what I had started. I was more comfortable, less anxious, and less stressed out. This is where, however, I do want to give a big thanks to someone with the biggest and sweetest heart, and her name is Ava, right there. And I want to thank her for becoming friends, because I feel like we did help each other to be where we are now, aka standing on stage in our cap and gowns. And honestly, I love the friendship we have created. I feel like it has helped the both of us become more motivated in life and to just accomplish our goals that we have never had the courage to do or couldn't because of our own personal problems in life. Overall, I am excited to hopefully start cosmetology in the fall and continue my interest and passion to do lashes, hair, and nails. Lastly, I do want to thank all students and staff that I have met this year who have made my last school year enjoyable and memorable. Thank you all and have a great night.
Lastly this evening, I'd like to introduce Sarah Plummer. Sarah is a young lady who, at least at school, has a smile on her face most days, even when she doesn't really feel like smiling. This, too, is an important skill, being able to smile past whatever's happening personally and continue to move forward.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sarah Plummer, and I've been a student at Bridges for 2 years. Before Bridges, I had a very rough patch at Lake Orion, where they left me with no options. But then Bridges came along. During this time, I've realized how different Bridges is compared to any other school I've attended. I felt like I could really take my time to get everything done. I want to thank all the teachers at Bridges for making this possible for me, but I specifically want to thank Ms. V for her patience with me throughout these years. I also want to thank Ms. Flores for being an amazing support system through the really tough times where I struggled to get out of bed and stay motivated. I am so beyond grateful for my now close friends, Ashante, Yuli, Ava, Leah, and JoJo, for doing your best to motivate me and making every day a good day. On the last day during the color run, it really felt like an eye-opener, like this is really ending a chapter of my life, the only routine I've known all my childhood and now. So with that, I wish everyone the best of luck on their next chapters. Congratulations, class of 2025, and thank you.
Thank you, ladies. I hope you're as proud of yourselves as I am of you. I know this is not easy to speak in front of an audience, but you encouraged one another, you supported one another, and you were able to achieve something that you did not think you were able to do. Thank you so much. Next, at this time, I'd like to introduce Matt Santala to join us on stage to present 2 recipients of the Open-Handed Scholarship Award.
Good evening. I am representing Oxford Open-Handed. Oxford Open-Handed is a charity organization that was started on Martin Luther King Day of the pandemic. It had a mission of giving gently used clothes for free to babies all the way up through school-age children, always focusing on providing them dignity and respect while they are shopping with us. In addition to that, we wanted to inspire people to give generously and live their lives open-handedly. This year, Oxford Open-Handed is proud to award 2 $500 scholarships to graduating Bridges seniors who have shown the spirit in their actions and their service. Ava and Yuli, could you please join me on stage? Ava has shown true compassion by volunteering at Flourish Senior Living, walking residents, serving meals, and offering companionship to those who need most. Her commitment to giving back, especially to those who feeling lonely, reminds us of the power of helping others. Ava plans to study psychology and carry those lessons forward, showing us the impact of living open-handedly. Yuli has made a difference by welcoming new students to Oxford Bridges, helping them feel at home and making friends. Through this kindness, she has discovered her own leadership and confidence. building on those skills for a future career in cosmetology. Her open-handed spirit will have a lasting impact with those small acts of support and kindness. Congratulations. Thank you.
We also received a generous scholarship this year from an anonymous donor. This is the letter that came with it. Dear recipient, you have been selected by your school staff for this award because you've made a positive difference in your own life, overcoming personal challenges on your journey to graduation. They believe you will continue to make positive differences not only for yourself, but also for others as you continue your life's journey. Doing that, my friend, you will truly make the world a better place. I hope this scholarship award will help a bit as you walk that path. Sincerely and best wishes on your high school graduation, anonymous donor. That makes me laugh, sorry. The student our team chose for this scholarship is Devin Poland. Devin, could you please join us on stage? Devin has had some significant life events over the last 5 years, yet he continued to attend school daily, showed competency in all of his courses, held down an after-school job, and was present and kind each day. He has made a difference every day by modeling outstanding leadership skills. For you. Oxford Bridges is not your typical high school. It's a place where paths converge, where stories unfold, and where distinct journeys find a common destination. Each of you has walked a unique path to be here today, and for that we celebrate not only your academic accomplishments, but also incredible resilience that you've shown along the way. Today we are here to celebrate you, graduates. As you're looking forward to beginning a new journey, I'm honored to speak with you. Remember that part about inspiring? Here we go. I'd like to touch on a few skills that I think are very important and can assist you in realizing your dreams, having successful relationships, and simply being happy humans. The first is resiliency. This word seems to be thrown around a lot, but it's more than just a word. It's the ability to withstand adversity, to rise above challenges, and to keep moving forward despite the odds. Being resilient is not just about bouncing back, but about growing stronger each time you face difficulties. It's about being able to cope. It's the understanding that while we do not have the control to stop events from happening, we do have the control over how we respond. Over the years, you've faced challenges, overcome obstacles, and endured moments of doubt and uncertainty. Resilience is about rising each time you fall, learning with every step, and growing with every experience. It is the strength to face adversity with courage, the wisdom to navigate unknown territories, and the grit to pursue your dreams against all odds. Resilience is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. Reflection is another skill, is another essential skill in your journey. It's through reflection that we learn and grow. Take a moment today to look back on your experiences. Think about your lessons learned, the friendships formed, and the personal growth you've achieved. Reflect on the times you stumbled and the ways you picked yourself back up, turning challenges into opportunities for growth. The habit of reflection will help guide you as you continue to navigate through your life. Consider how every disappointment, heartbreak, and obstacle has shaped you, how every success and accomplishment has driven you, how all of the moments have contributed to who you are today. Reflection is the compass that will guide you to a future filled with purpose and passion. We cannot stop things from happening, but there are many aspects of life we can have some control over. Do not allow yourself to get up every morning and just be pushed along. As you stand on the edge of your next adventure, remember that taking control of your own life is essential. The future is not something that simply happens to you. It is something you actively create. Make choices that align with your values and aspirations. Trust in your ability to shape your path and seize opportunities that come your way. Empower yourself with knowledge and confidence, and never be afraid to change your course when you're not happy on your current path. And last is perseverance. Perseverance is the fuel that drives us when the road gets tough. It is the unwavering resolve to keep moving forward even when progress seems slow and the finish line distant. You have already proven your ability to persevere through the many experiences you've already had. As you step into the future, let this perseverance continue to guide you toward your dreams and goals. Only you can make a difference in your life. As you leave us, remember that you carry with you the spirit of resilience, the wisdom of reflection, and the skill of resilience. Whether you continue your studies, enter the workforce, or explore new horizons, know that you have the tools to forge your own path. You are the ones responsible for your destiny. Have faith in your abilities, trust in your journey, and never underestimate the power you hold to make a difference. Now, it's time for the good stuff. Students and Bridges staff, if you can please join me on stage for the presentation of diplomas.
Ashante Jayla Rose Alexander. Aiden Lee Foster Campbell. Yuli Gi Hang. Isabella Louise Kohler Albright. Ava Marie Kwok. Hayden Kenneth Marsh. Sarah Patience Plummer. Devin Andrew Poling. Miguel Patrick Reyes. Giovanni Jose Reyes Saldana. Edward Michael Shaun. And one more time, Isabella Louise Kohler Albright.
Well, graduates, here we are. Let me remind you, today is not an ending, it is a beginning. A beginning filled with endless possibilities, opportunities, and the promise of a brighter tomorrow. Be mindful of today and every day as it comes. As I said before, you're not an observer in this life, you are an active participant. Make choices that you can be proud of. Many of you said, I want to make my mom, my dad, my grandparents proud. That's awesome, but make yourself proud. Make yourself happy. When you do that, those around you cannot help but be overjoyed by your accomplishments. We love you. We are here for you. You know how to contact us. We will definitely never forget you. My heart is full, and saying goodbye is never easy. Are you ready? Let's stand up. Turn to your right. Face the audience. Put your hand on your tassels. Move them from right to left. Family, friends, and colleagues, let me introduce the graduating class of 2025. Graduates, please don't forget to join us on stage for a picture. Family and friends, we have refreshments out in front, and you can also stay to take some pictures with them on stage. Thank you for coming this evening.